Welcome to WJPS News. I'm Nicholas Zuvich.
And I'm Elias Bautista, and you're watching The Highlight.
Mr. Tarakov's junior class completed an outdoor water rocket project to get a better understanding of quadratic functions.
We're learning about quadratic functions, parabolas and such, and the flight of the bottle was supposed to be a parabola. So by measuring the amount of time it took for it to reach the top and to land, we can actually calculate the maximum height that the bottle reached.
Students built these water rockets in class and launched them during second period in the schoolyard.
So we had to make basically water bottle rockets out of big liter soda soda bottles, and we had to decorate it, and then we had to test it outside and measure its maximum height and its distance and time it.
This measuring tool is used to measure the distance between where the rocket was launched versus where it landed.
The average measurements were like around 40. Everybody got around 40, but the highest was like 90.
Students launched their rockets, measured the distance from where it was launched to where it landed, and copied down the data on their worksheets.
69 feet 4 inches.
Students shared that they enjoyed participating in this hands-on outdoor project.
So when we do it in person, it's a lot easier to understand. Because with lessons like this, you can fully more understand what you're being taught in the classroom.
We was able to learn and also have fun.
After students filled out the data table, they were asked to find the relationships between the average velocity and the maximum height. I'm Angelice Garcia, reporting for WJPS News, The Highlight.
WJPS held a ceremony in honor of Samuel Weissman. The ceremony took place on Friday, May 19, 2023. Samuel Weissman's family made a donation to the school in order to enhance the broadcast studio. A special video was presented during the ceremony of different alumni from over the years saying how thankful they were for the new studio.
Would really be the key to this room is I hope anyone that walks through this door is really thinking about what they're doing here, putting their heart and soul into it and trying to make themselves better. And if we even hit one student on that, that note, then it was a success.
Special guests including former WJPS assistant principal Ms. Poulos visited the ceremony. Samuel Weissman's granddaughters also visited the studio for the ceremony, one of them being a former broadcast student.
It's really special that it's in honor of my grandfather because I really loved him and he was an amazing guy, and I know that he would support people's dreams, and if a kid has a dream to become a journalist, I'm really hoping that they'll think of him or think of the studio in this school, so that's all I really want.
Students were also invited to get interviews and write a story for our school newspaper, The Blazer. There is a plaque honoring Samuel Weissman located outside of B20. I'm Elias Bautista reporting for WJPS News, The Highlight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Today we are gathered here today to discuss a hit-and-run case, specifically the fibers in question.
Forensic students are conducting a synthetic fiber research activity. The student presenter took on the role of forensic scientist testifying in court. The audience members were jurors in a hit-and-run case where fibers from the victim's clothing were found on the suspect's car.
The goal of the project was for students to research fiber evidence and how it can be used to help solve a crime.
The first students researched 2 fibers. These are the fibers that were found in the crime scene. Then students presented information about them, like the uses for the fibers and how they can be used in court proceedings.
I think it's important to learn about fiber evidence because we wear clothes all the time, and the clothes have fibers, and during a crime the fibers can fall off and they can, connect you to a crime.
Students wore lab coats for the presentations to help them fully get into the role as a forensic scientist. Forensic teacher Ms. Shields took on the role as judge. Students took their fiber evidence research and presented their findings.
I think it's useful because also for people that are doing forensics in college, helps them master that in general.
Forensic students also provided feedback about their peers' presentations, what was done well and what needed improvement. The ultimate goal is to make sure the jury understood the significance of the fiber evidence.
The Fiber Research Project will show what each student knows about fibers and the evidence that they provide. I'm Nicholas Bahamon, reporting for WJPS News, The Highlight.
There's a new restaurant in Flushing. Niyom Thai just opened up. Let's take a look. Located on President Lewis Boulevard, just a few steps away from WJPS, you can take a lovely trip to Thai cuisine. Niyom uses fresh ingredients from local stores in the Bayside and Flushing area. One of the most popular dishes at Niyom Thai is the pen thai, which includes sauteed thin rice noodles, egg, bean sprout, scallions, and crushed peanuts. I'm Anthony Cina, reporting for WJPS News, The Highlight.
This is Mr. Paredes' first year teaching. He really fell in love with the WJPS community, and he likes to utilize the tools he's given.
It is beneficial because you can hear how he pronounces the Spanish words, and it helps you understand the Spanish material that he teaches.
Mr. Paredes graduated City College and is now attending Queens College for his master's. He only teaches middle school, and he enjoys teaching because he feels like he is giving back to the younger generation.
He's really taught me the basic terms of Spanish, and I feel like I could really have a decent conversation with somebody in Spanish now that he's taught me.
One of the tools Mr. Paredes likes to use is a voice amplifier to help students learn the correct pronunciation of Spanish words. Mr. Paredes teaches Spanish to share with others information about his heritage. And Mr. Paredes really wanted to be working in a school in the city.
Students are great. We had an opportunity to study and teach middle schools as well, and I wanted to be part of this school as well. I heard great things about it, so I was excited when I came in here.
Mr. Paredes plans to keep teaching at WJPS for a long period of time. I'm Nick Zuvich, reporting for WJPS News. The Highlight.
We're with Mr. Steve,
Sophia,
Steven.
Finish a lyric. Starships were meant to fly.
Hands up and touch the sky. There we go.
Who am I here with?
You're with Jess.
Finish a lyric. If wanna be my lover, ain't gonna get with my friend. I'm here with
Shari Marks from the English department.
Finish a lyric. All girls, they wanna have fun. All girls, they wanna have fun.
They just wanna, they just wanna, they just wanna, they just wanna, girls. Oh, girls just wanna have fun.
I'm on Ahmed.
Finish a lyric. When the sun shines, we shine together.
Told you I'll be here forever.
Here with
Haley Banani.
Finish a lyric. If I could escape,
I'd recreate a place in my own world, and I could be your favorite girl. Perfectly together. Tell me, boy, now wouldn't that be sweet escape?
Who am I here with?
Christian Van Doors. CHRISTIANVANDEURS.
Finish a lyric. You got that James Dean dream look in your eyes.
And I got that red lip classic thing that you like.
Who am I here with?
You know who I am.
Finish the lyric. What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
WJPS hosted a walk-a-thon for students and staff members to participate. The walk-a-thon was started by WJPS higher college students.
WJPS is part of an organization called Higher Cause, and students who are involved choose a charity and they choose a business, and they work with the charity and the business to create an event, and that's exactly what the Higher Cause 9th graders did this year.
And it's really something the girls came up with. So they were in Higher Cause and they knew of this already. They do a similar walk in Whitestone, and it's coming up in a couple of weeks. So they wanted to kind of add to that fundraising, and that's why we chose this cause.
Students donated $15 to the Joanna Sophia Foundation for a place on the walk-a-thon. They also received a matching t-shirt. Students share their thoughts on why they participated in this fundraiser.
I think it's very nice that the school partnered up with this type of fundraiser because I feel like the little girl's life really made an impact on a lot of children out there struggling with this.
I usually do like the real fundraiser, like where we actually walk with her parents.
The Joanna Sophia Foundation is a fundraiser for the lost life of a 9-year-old girl, Joanna Sophia, that passed away from epilepsy.
So we're raising awareness for epilepsy. So that's the one thing. Then whatever money is being donated, we are sharing with Cure Epilepsy. It's a foundation that is strictly for research in epilepsy and SUDEP, which is sudden unexpected death in epilepsy, which is what happened to Joanna. And also we do help other families that are struggling with epilepsy, with children with epilepsy, and we try to donate money to them in specific reasons of if they need it.
I think being part of a community means being mindful of what the community needs are, and this happens to be a charity that supports a family that experienced a tragedy. So anytime that we can come together as a community, I'm all for it.
Students and staff members walked to Brown Park from the school and got to spend some time there and walked back to the schoolyard. Students also received a Ralph's Icy after the walk.
Visit joannasophiafoundation.org. I'm Abihail Luque reporting for WJPS News.
And here's the weekend weather forecast with our middle schooler of the week.
For this weekend's weather forecast, on Friday there will be a high of 81 and a low of 69 and a 70% chance of rain. On Saturday there will be a high of 83 and a low of 70 and 30% chance of rain. On Sunday there will be a high of 83 and a low of 71 and a 30% chance of rain. I'm Santiago Carmona, back to the studio.
And that's a wrap for our show.
For Nicholas Zuvich and the rest of the WJPS News team, I'm Elias Bautista, and thank you for watching.